progressing day by day, one another, its field, doesn't matter, technology, entertainment or talent. But there are some factors which are hindering the progress of India. And due to some of its factor, India is lagging behind with its country. Here, power outage and suffering in India is becoming one of the major issues. So, it comes somewhere under the sustainable development, which will not affect today but our future also. So, this is our responsibility being a youth and as a responsible citizen of India, this is our responsibility to discuss and solve the problem.
Hello everyone, this presentation is prepared by Team 1. We are here with a problem on power outage. In this video, we'll go through the following topics. Let's see what power outage is. A power outage is a short or long-term state of electric power loss in a given area or section of power grid. It could affect a single house, building, or an entire city, depending on the extent of the damage or cause of the outage. A power outage is also known as power failure, power blackout, or simply as blackout. Blackout crisis, the main reason behind the power outage. It all started almost a week ago when coal shortage in India started making headlines. The crisis compelled Delhi, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Punjab and Rajasthan to flag the issue of depleting coral reserves that could lead to prolonged blackout across the country. Even Prime Minister Narendra Modi took stock of the situation in a meeting conducted with senior officials of the coal and power ministers on October 12th. The situation was so severe that Delhi's Power Minister Satyendra Jain had told media that the national capital will face a complete blackout if power plants supplying electricity do not receive an immediate supply of coal. In fact, at one point, India's thermal power plant had an average of 4 days worth of coal stock left against the recommended level of 15 to 30 days, at with over half of the country's 135 coal-fired power plants reportedly having a fuel stock of fewer than 2 days, as per the data provided by the Central Electricity Authority. Now, coming to the types of blackout crisis. Brownout. This is simply a phenomenon where the voltage in the system drops and it is characterized by the dimming of the lights, hence the name. This can cause incorrect performance in electrical equipment. Blackout. A total loss of power in an area due to damage in the power grid from the power stations to the power lines. The outage can last from a few minutes to an intermediate amount of time, depending on the extent of damage. In places affected by great natural disasters that completely destroy the electric grid system, it can take months to restore power.
Now let's look at some facts regarding power outage. Number 1. North Indian states have suffered electricity cuts and face further outages because of lack of coal. Number 2. About 23% of urban households did not have any electricity outages, but half of the rural households in India had electricity outages few times per day. Number 3. Coal and lignite-fired thermal power plants account for about 54% of India's installed power generation capacity, but currently account for about 70% of power generated in the country. Number 4. India's demand for electricity is increasing at a constant rate. As a nation, we are not able to keep up with the increasing demand, which is primarily due to the failure of various electrical infrastructures such as water and mobile phone networks. The good news is that technological development is helping in reducing this issue. Number 5. Due to the polar vortex, which hit Texas on February 10, 2021, various power plants stopped operating. The wind turbine at the nuclear plant also stopped working. Some people might believe that India is too far away from Earth's natural range to have such an effect. However, it is located at the same latitude as Texas. Now let's come to number 6. Power outage is directly affecting the GDP of India to approximately 5% and minimizing the profit from Indian industries due to backup arrangements. Number 7. Nearly 20% of the electricity is lost due to technical and commercial reasons, according to the Ministry of Power. Number 8. These kinds of loss are much more in certain states like Nagaland, where 62% of the electricity produced is lost and only the remaining is provided to the common households.
As all of you can see, we have arrived at the problem section of our video. Let's have a look at problem 1. As you can see, it gives us a rough sketch that the problem is around the Jharia coalfields and the problem faced our nation due to its shutdown. Let's come to the fact Jharia coalfield was one of the largest coal reserves in India, and over 90% of the BCCL production comes over the Jharia coalfield. It has a long 100 years history of underground fires, which is and the most problematic part of this problem. Noxious fumes from the coalfield fires and open cast mining have turned Jharia into the pollution capital of the country, which severely impacting the health of residents over Dhanbad. As you can see in my PPT, around 37 million tons of coal have been lost to fires at Jharia, and 1.4 billion more metric tons are inaccessible. Means so many fuels have been lost, but as coal is classified as a non-renewable energy source, so we should think of a renewable source which can replace this fuel over thermal energy. Let's see our next problem, which clearly depicts the present power grid failure in 2021. As you can see, India recorded a power supply shortage of 1201 million units in October 2021, the highest in 5.5 years due to a crunch in coal stocks available with thermal plants. The shortage was mostly restricted to Gujarat, Haryana, Jharkhand, Punjab and Rajasthan and some more states. In October, Gujarat recorded a power shortage of 215 million units, the highest for any month in more than a decade. With a shortage of 77 million units, Jharkhand too recorded its highest deficit in more than a decade. Bihar recorded 120 million units of shortage in October, the highest for any month in 8.5 years, which is really a serious concern for our country and its GDP. So let's move to our next slide and see some facts regarding this problem. As you can see my slides, some facts are there. The picture on the right side shows the state of India's power generating capacity. The state of Gujarat is at the top position in per capita installed electricity generation capacity, followed by Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Do you know that fact? India is the world's 5th largest electricity generator with total installed capacity of 2,28,722 megawatt. Out of this, 90,062 megawatt is from state owned utilities, 72,927 megawatt is from privately owned utilities, and 65,733 megawatt is from central owned utilities. That's a pretty huge number, but still the problem persists in our country. So let's keep hope and we will definitely find a solution in our next video. Problem number 3. Almost everyone in our country travel through Indian Railways, but due to power outage problem in recent time leads to troublesome operation of Indian Railways. So let's see. More than 300 intercity passenger trains and commuter lines were shut down as a result of the power outage. The worst affected zones in the wake of the power grid's collapse were northern, north central, east central and east coast railway zones, with part of eastern, southeastern and west central railway zones. The Delhi Metro suspended service on all 6 lines and had to evacuate passengers from trains that stopped mid-journey, held by the Delhi Disaster Management Authority. Yes, that so sounds terrifying, and the problem needs to be rounded off as soon as possible.
Let's put some limelight upon the problem number 4, which is losses faced by the industries due to the power outage in India. In 2012, Northern India power grid failure led to the major power losses in the country. The power industries in India is not developed as such, owing which industries do not get a sufficient power. Power cut are usual in India industries, because of which a small and the medium sector manufacturing unit which limited resource have been forced to shut down in the past. A number of our workers have lost their job, and majority of the textile industries in India is very medium scale. It depends upon the various textile of its survival, for the power is one major contribute of this unit states like Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh have lower textile production than they have a capital of research, and indicate that textile industries in Tamil Nadu faces losses of worth 300 crores a day owing to a power shortage and irrigates industrial sector consumers and the high power in India. It consumes 49% of the total energy production in the India. Textile industries consume the third highest energy in India. The industries is getting automated day by day. The consumption of energy is expected to increases. The need of efficient energy management look high in the Indian textile industries. That's also will lead to the reduced production cost. Now let us focus on the problem number 5, scaling of thermoelectric plants in India. India is making a great strides of aggressively expand its renewable energy capacity, but the country power sector remain highly reliant to the thermoelectric plants with high demand for water for cooling. That means that droughts like one caused last year by the weak monsoon can shut off the power, hammering the economy and potentially endangering life. In 2016 to 18, thermal power plant in India had shut causes water storage ranging from day to month. Had 18 plants had access to water during the shutdown, they would have generated 14 terawatt hour of electricity, about 1% of the India annual composition. During the 4 year from 2013 to 2016, India thermal power sector lost more than 30 terawatt of the potential electricity due to water storage. The Parli Thermal Power Station in Maharashtra, with capacity 1380 megawatt, experienced the worst of both worlds, losing a very large share capacity for a very long time. The coal-fired power plant was entirely shut down for 89 days in 2016. In addition, it was largely for 196 days. Now, see the graph of Indian thermal power plant that were shut down due to water storage in 2016. We have another bar graph. Over the last 4 years, water shortage cost India thermal power plant 30 terawatt in potential electricity generation. We can see in this graph 2013 we have 6 terawatt hour, in 2014 3.3 terawatt hour, in 2015 6.8 terawatt hour, and 2016 114 terawatt hour. The real effect was compounded by the fact that most of this shutdown incident happened from the March through September. In this month, if the monsoon is weak or delayed as it was a 2016, most of the India is dry and hot, and the demanded for electricity is high. Beside what's needed for industry and domestic purpose, electricity is also needed for irrigate agriculture. In other words, electricity generation was the most hampered when People needed it.
Kosi River, the sorrow of Bihar, in which electricity is generated by hydropower. On 22nd March 2018, there is a huge flood in Kosi River that destroyed many lives and buildings and other structures, including bridges, power transmissions, and sometimes power generation, which has knock-on effect caused by the loss of power. So in rainy season, the level of water increases. It disturbs the whole hydropower station in which power supply cuts over a long period. So this issue resolves until and unless the level of water decreases. Power supply to nearly 65,000 houses was disconnected in Chennai due to heavy rain and flooding. The floods in Assam and Bihar and the cloudburst in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand have all once again underlined the risk of developing hydropower in the Himalayas. Tapovan 520 megawatt, Pipalkoti 4 into 111 megawatt, the hydro project of state owned and Vishnu Prayag of JP Group also faced damages in Uttarakhand flood in Tapovan 2021.
So guys, all of you can observe the COVID-19 pandemic has dampened consumer demand and increased prevention cost, putting a strain on individual wealth, business income and growth and government finances, and undoubtedly adversely influenced foreign trade and foreign direct investment. As you can see the left informative picture of my PPT, the cost of power sector distortion is 86.1 billion annually, which is I think 4.13% of India GDP. Really, it's such a huge number and had to be resolved in this pandemic condition to solve the monetary issue of our country. So guys, we have moved to our last problem in our video, that is problem number 7. I think all of you have got in right way, that is power theft. So let's see. Power theft continues to hit Indian economy and India needs a sweeping reforms to curb that loss. As per the Central Electricity Authority of India, over 27% of all power produced in India is either lost due to dissipation from wires or theft. That's about 261,130 gigawatt per hour of power annually, enough to light up New York for nearly 2 years. Such an amazing fact. It is worth nearly rupees 1 trillion at an average electricity rate of 4 rupees per unit. In the last 5 years, over 30,000 cases of power theft having a connected load of around 40,000 kilowatt have been reported in Delhi. According to the power experts, the city distribution companies lose somewhere between rupees 10 to 15 billion annually because of power theft. In Delhi, where most of the areas where power theft occurred were poorer parts of the city, but in Kolkata, much of the electricity theft in Kolkata had been in posh areas. Such an amazing fact, according to a report by the Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation. Let's see some facts of problem 7. According to PricewaterhouseCoopers, India estimates India's power companies lose revenue on about one-fifth of the electricity they supply, or about USD 10.2 billion annually, due to problems including theft, meter tampering, billing issues, and leakage due to a faulty equipment. The World Bank estimated that in 2011, power sector debt reached to rupees 3.5 trillion, about USD 77 billion, that is about 5% of India's GDP. Of all the above power generated in the country, around one fourth is either stolen or lost in transmission.
Looks like you made it to a fun part of the video. Now let's check how much you know about the blackout crisis or power outage. There will be a 5 question. After each question, I will give you 10 seconds and you can guess the answer. Let's with it. Number 1. Power outage can occur at work due to which of the following? Option A, weather conditions such as lightning, ice storm, high winds and flooding. Option B, vehicle accidents. Option C, animals. and option D, all the above. You have 10 seconds and your time starts now. Looks like your time has just ended. Show comment if you have got the answer correct. The correct answer was all the above. Number 2. During a power outage, shut off computers and other equipment in your work area. This will reduce demand and protect motors from possible surges when power is restored. Option A, true, and option B, false. You have 10 seconds and your time starts now. Looks like your time has just ended. Show comment if you have got the answer correct. The correct answer was 2. Number 3. After an outage, how long should you wait before plugging electronics back in? Option A, 10 minutes. Option B, 15 minutes. Option C, 30 minutes. And option D, 45 minutes. You have 10 seconds and your time starts now. Looks like your time has just ended. Show comment if you have got the answer correct. The correct answer was 10 minutes. Well, you made it through those questions. Looks like you have some knowledge. How about an additional question? Then, can you tell me, when did the last time India suffered an all-out power crisis? Option A, 2020. Option B, 2019. Option C, 2012. And option D, 2000. We will answer this in our next video, so stay tuned.
Thank you guys for being with us in this video. We are going to upload another video on this topic very soon, so please stay tuned.